I'm looking out a hotel suite window in the capital of Congo in the middle of Africa. I'm facing a terrible decision, and I'm afraid no matter what I do, people are going to be killed.
In the summer of 1998, war started in the Congo. And the Congolese president at the time had said, all people of the Tutsi tribe are the enemy and need to be hunted down and exterminated. The US government hired the International Organization for Migration to evacuate Tutsis who were being massacred there. My boss, David Durthik, was the architect of this whole rescue operation. In December, it was supposed to be the last rescue flight out, but 112 people were held back from that flight. The goal was to get those 112 people out. I remember David handed me this list with 112 names on it. I thought, this is a list of life and death. So when David said he wanted to send me in, I was incredibly excited about that. I was also scared, but David understood that, and he said, listen, I'm sending Sheikha in with you. She's been with me on every mission. She knows what to do, but she always tries to take additional people. If you try to take anybody else, the Congolese government is going to sabotage the whole evacuation.
David is fixed on just 112. But at that time, actually, I wasn't happy with that. It can't be 112. You never know what surprises can be there.
As we drove in, I saw armed guards standing around inside, and somebody looked in the car and saw Sheikha in there and cried her name out, Sheikha, it's Sheikha.
When we arrived, there was a lot of noise because whenever people saw we were going there, they saw hope. They knew, salvation has come to them.
They all gathered around the car and they started pushing the car up and down and chanting her name. I thought, this is really out of control already. We haven't even started doing anything here. After we were done registering the 112 people, a guy who was working in the compound came up to us and said, you have to go into that tent over there and see the people who just came in here.
And I was like, no, I can't. This list is final. We cannot change anything. He says, no. If anyone should be on the flight, it's them. Go and see them. And I told him, no. But deep inside, I want to go and see.
What struck me was how quiet it was, because there were 32 young children and 3 mothers sitting in that tent.
There was a small girl, a little girl, and I thought she was playing with a doll. And I said, let me see your doll. And it wasn't a doll, it was a human baby. I was horrified.
Me and my family at this point, we were held captive for 15 months. Being there, it was so hard and so scary, and it was like a nightmare. I didn't know we were gonna survive. I just knew we were gonna die. It was just a matter of the time.
They were like shadows. It's like life has been sucked out of them. You could see these people have gone through great trauma. I was just broken to see human beings to be reduced to this. That list of 112 would not exist anymore.
Sheikha and I left, and we went back to the hotel. And that night, we started arguing.
I told Sasha, if we're not humanitarians, what are we then? We're failing here. If we don't take them, we have failed. These are the kind of people we are here to work for.
I want to take them too, but we can't. Not only will we not get those 32 out, we won't get the 112 out.
How can we not take them? We have to do something about them. This is something that was not acceptable to me.
Sheikha finally said, Sasha, listen, if we leave them here, they will die. Nobody else is going to know about this. This is up to us. It's our decision. And when she said that, I finally trusted her.
I could see the change of the conversation, and I was getting excited, very excited, because before it was very frustrating, very painful that it was not working. But finally, I could see hope.
So we went back in to try to register them.
It took a lot of, a lot of manipulation, a lot of talking and playing around with the authorities in order for us to get that 32 facilitated.
Now we had way too many people on our flight. We only had 126 seats. I wondered, have Sheikha and I condemned everybody to death here because of this decision we've made?
When we got in the bus, I just felt like, okay, we are leaving, and we were so happy. I was just hoping and praying that we can make it.
I was nervous. As long as we're in the ground, we are not finished with all the challenges that we were facing.
As the widows and orphans started stepping off the bus, they stopped them.
When they stopped this family, I think I just went crazy. I went down to them to start a sort of a fight.
People were going really crazy, and it was clear that they didn't want us to leave.
Why are you holding them? These are just women and kids. You can't hold them back.
My family and I were praying so hard and loud. They finally let us go.
We were airborne. It was a hooray movement. We did it. We got them. We got them.
I imagined that people would just erupt into cheers of joy because they were finally safe. But when I looked at people, they were crying because of the people we'd left behind.
I remember so many other people who lost lives there, who didn't get this chance that I had. I'm so grateful for them. I just don't have words to say. I just feel like I live today because of what they did.
They are alive. They're well. When they were in the Congo, that was not life.
I see that.
This situation in the Congo for me was a crucible moment in my life. Many of us may be faced with situations where we will come into contact with refugees or people who are displaced, and we'll have decisions to make about that. Not only as individuals, but I think right now as a country, we are trying to determine who we are.
I have faith in humanity. I believe in humanity. The little I can do, if I can make a difference to my fellow human being, then I've done my job in life.
When you build community around that, you can help to shape how people think in the world and how people act in the world.